Oh, look at the Lions picking fights after taking a primetime loss. Bunch of sore losers. They're 0-2 versus teams that are 500 or better.
I feel so good watching the Detroit Lions get beat on prime time. They just showed what happened, and this dude, Branch, the dirtiest player in the NFL, again, strikes again. The dude struck against Juju Smith-Schuster for checking Brian Branch. All Patrick Mahomes was trying to do with Brian Branch is dab him up like good game. Brian Branch, being a sore loser that he is, a dirty-ass sore loser, acts fake and shady, ignores Mahomes because he's a sore loser. So when Juju Smith-Schuster goes and checks his ass, Brian Branch retaliates violently. This dude is a scumbag. He's the worst of the worst in the NFL. Not only does he injure tight ends by going low on the knees and trying to end people's careers, but this dude is also a dirty-ass piece of S. I stand 2 feet down, 10 toes on that statement. Brian Branch, you're a true living piece of S. And again, your Detroit Lions are 0-2 against teams that are 500 or better. And hell yeah, I'm not wearing this shirt. I'm comfortable. I love it. I just watched the Detroit Lions get exposed yet again on prime time. When they're facing true competition, they choke. Just like they choked in the playoffs against the Niners in the NFC title game, up double digits. That was their year to win the Super Bowl, but no, history repeats itself. The Lions suck. And then the very next year or 2 years after that, what do? They get a 15-2 record, home field advantage, and get absolutely blown out at home thanks to Jaden Daniels and the Commanders. Again, true competition. The Lions choked yet again. The bullies got bullied. That's all it was. The Lions will have a winning record. They're a good team, but they're not great. Again, they're not a bad team. They're a good team, but not a great team. Not a Super Bowl contending team. The Lions are basically a stepping stone in the playoffs. They'll have like a 14-win season, and everybody will be behind them, all hyping them up, high-fiving them, happy-go-lucky again with the Detroit Lions. And all that goes out the window when you got that one team that steps up to the plate and punches a bully right in the mouth and takes the Detroit Lions down and out. Don't look now, Detroit, but you got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers coming up next, and they're 5-1. And I just called it. You guys can't do nothing against teams with winning records. Call me a homer all you want, but tell me where I'm telling lies. Come after my Minnesota Vikings all you want, but tell me where I'm telling lies. Jared Goof is like 30 or 31 years old, isn't he? Not wishing any injury on Jared Goof at all. Never that. But at the same time, if anything ever does happen to Jared Goof, Detroit, you're doomed. You guys can't draft quarterbacks. It's proven. History repeats itself. Chris Collinsworth called you guys out on primetime TV, and he probably flew over you guys' head because you guys were so raged out and yelling at the TV and all that. Like, come on, Dan Campbell. But Chris Collinsworth, the Patrick Mahomes lover, called you guys out, and I agree fully with Chris Collinsworth. Collinsworth basically said, this is the bad part of the Detroit Lions. And what he was referring to, he broke it down. He said, when the Detroit Lions can run the ball and get ahead, that's when things are smooth and sailing for the Detroit Lions. But when they're playing from behind and they had to pass the ball, they're no good. They're a bad team. Goes to show you. What did Jared Goff do against the Washington Commanders when he was forced to pass the ball? He's the reason why the Lions suck. And I stand strong on that statement. Jared Goff is a benefit of that offensive line and that strong running game. You put the Lions in a position where they have to pass the ball to win the game, it's over with. The Lions are doomed. They're done. Going into next week against Baker Mayfield and those tough Tampa Bay Buccaneers, give me the Buccaneers 31 to the Detroit Lions 10. Maybe 17. Nah, screw that. 31-14. Let's go. Tampa Bay 31, the Detroit poop box Lions that play in Fart Field are only going to muster up like 13 or 14 points against the Baker Mayfield-led Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Yes, sir. You heard it here first. Skol Vikings.